What's up, guys? It's JJ Ricochet back with another What If Civilization Started Over video. So, in the last episode, we saw a lot of major things happen. I don't think I need to do a recap because 1, I forgot, 2, you should have already watched the video, and 3, if you haven't watched the video, why are you here? Go watch. This is episode 8. How have you not watched all the other videos? Go and watch the other videos first, right now. You're only 36 seconds in. This isn't a huge spoiler since it's only episode 8. But yeah. In today's episode, we will be looking at a lot of... There we go. I'm in the right thing now. In today's episode, we will be looking at a lot of different, groups breaking away because we have a lot of big countries and that is not very good right now as it is destroying some people's economies. But yeah, first I want to show you guys something. We officially have, so you guys already know about the alliances thing. Now we also have a major cities and province map. Now, I know, the provinces aren't done. That's because I was bored. I was so bored that I just quit doing the provinces and decided just to record this exact video instead. Because my stream was very long. If you haven't seen the streams, I suggest go watching at least a little bit of it. I mean, you don't have to. They were pretty boring. For me, at least, because no one watched them and I didn't have anyone to talk to during it. But yeah. So, we first off see, straight off the bat, a group breaking away from the little guys here. Because these are the separatist people. The separatist people. God, I can't get this thing right. I have province maps. Just use the provinces. I don't have provinces for this thing. Alright. But yeah, we have a huge separatist movement against the Orange Team, including a lot of different provinces and a few major cities. And yeah, these guys have, oh my god, I had anti-aliasing on. Alright, back to what I was saying. These guys have a few major cities under control. And now they will start to go against the Orange Team. Now this is a revolution, not a breakaway, as they're not really trying to break away. They're trying to capture major cities. And, make the original team surrender. They encircle a bunch of troops and eventually finish them off after a little bit of time. The Orange Team does see a little bit of success over here as they take back a major city and another major city, and they get to where their navy is. Their navy starts bombarding the troops that are stationed along here, giving the Orange Team opportunity to take back another major city. They also land over here and take back this major city. And now the Orange Team is seeing a lot of success over in the west. Sorry, I had to... I'm tired a little bit. But yeah, they see a lot of success over in the west, whereas the east is a completely different story as the separatist movement goes further into the Orange Team, taking more major city, more Gager middies. What? Even taking 5 more major cities from the orange team. Now they look to try to cut the orange team off, but before they can do that, the orange team is quick and cuts them off, taking the major cities behind as the troops eventually get flanked, and a lot of them die, but a lot of them do survive. And they push over here, and the troops all disappeared. I wonder who just evacuated them. So yeah, these guys join the war, and they start pushing into the orange team. Now this was unexpected from the orange team, as they thought they had good relations with the purple team, even though they just broke away from them. They broke away relatively peacefully. But the purple team's like, nah, we want our land back. And they have a lot of success here. They transfer a lot of their boats over to here. A lot of them get blown up before they can be put into the water. Shut up. But eventually, a few of them do get in there, and with their superior naval skills, they do bat back a lot of them, but eventually their navy gets completely wiped out over here. But not before they can go along the coast a little bit and take back 2 more major cities. Not take back, but take 2 more major cities and start to encircle this one, eventually capturing it. And the separatist movement over here meets up with them, and they start getting a lot more supplies, which helps their effort down in the south. And then we see another person joining in and taking out the orange team. The green team starts to push in, and even pushing into the separatist group, taking this major city. And yeah, the green team isn't really on a side. Neither is the... Whoops, sorry. I was talking and I got a bit caught up. Neither is the purple team. They're more for the separatist movement, but they're not really on a side. We can see that as they do push into them a little bit to try to get more land around the Caspian Sea, which they do successfully with little resistance, as the separatist movement basically just lets them have this. They also push around this, trying to spearhead to try to take another major city, which they do successfully. And they start spearheading from the spearhead and capture 2 more major cities, even 3, before getting cut off behind. Wrong color. Before getting cut off behind, but they do push back, resupplying their troops and thickening the spearhead, eventually cutting off a huge chunk of troops and reclaiming that land, cutting another huge chunk of troops off, and they just surrender. And the separatist movement pushes back into the purple team, taking these major cities back. They also take this major city back. I'm not taking the major cities, but taking their land back. And they start pushing further into this. They say, purple team, we'll stop attacking you so we can both finish off the orange team. And they both agree to stop attacking each other so they can finish the orange team off. And they start both pushing down into the orange team as eventually the green team starts to take even more land from the orange team as the stalemate is broken. They take this major city and then they take their capital with little resistance, as the orange army had been basically collapsing. They push further into the separatist group, taking a major city before the orange team eventually surrenders. And I will draw up a peace treaty real quick, so fast that you won't even need to, that I won't even need to cut this out the video. Yeah, let's go. So this would be like this. Oops. Like that. Oops. Again. Like that. What the? And then the green team and purple team split the rest. The green team gets this much. Purple team gets that. But we see a problem. You already know what this means, don't you? Oh my god. It means that the red team has claims over this, but the green team has moved their military, and eventually things get sorted out. We don't see a conflict break out between these two, where the green team relinquishes a little bit of the capital over to the purple team, and they basically just split the capital, and then the capital is just cut in half. And just turned into a major city, which the green team gets. But these guys need a capital now, and they choose to have their capital in these clumps of major cities right here. There's 2 major cities there. But yeah, everyone really got what they wanted out of that. But now we see the and never mind, I'll just leave it as this color. I was going to change the color back to orange, but I was just like, why should I? But yeah, we next see this country expanding a little bit more into the rainforest, going about that much. Into it. And we also see this country go a little bit more into it as well. And by a little bit, I mean a lot of bit into it. And they fully, completely surround this thing, which forces this team to go further down. They colonize more of Indonesia, getting further down the coast and completely taking this first island. They then take this island and start working their way further down into the chain right here. And they set up a settlement on this island. And this island then tries to sail over to this known area over here. And land ahoy, we found more area. And they discover this little area right here. They send out an explorer group, and Australia is now being actively discovered. People influx into it, trying to see how big this new island is, and they figure out that it's a really big island and it's a continent. So about that much of it is explored before they realize it's hot and cold at the same time. I don't like it. And they just settle a little bit in the northern tip of Australia. And yeah, this team just decides to stop. This country, though, this country. They decide to set up a colony down here. And this colony starts expanding further into these Indonesian islands over here. they take over the Teapot Island. I love calling it the Teapot Island. They take these chains of islands over here, and they start colonizing the Papua New Guinea island, the part of the island that's under Indonesian control in real life. But they eventually stop as well, as their people don't really like expansion. We see the green team expanding a little bit. I'm just gonna fix that. Let's just I'm actually gonna stop doing that because I put a province there. See? So they will take that. Yep. They will take that province from them. They will buy it off of the team. They haven't gone to war or anything. But they will continue to go... What? They will start rapidly expanding into Asia. Sorry about that. It was just getting really weird. And eventually they will stop and just... I'm just going to do that. Just going to see. Yeah, no, we're good. They will stop as... Oh, no. I saw this coming. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, come on. Really? Another one? Yep, another one. Revolution. So we have this kind of light turquoise sort of thing. Light and dark turquoise at the same time. Movement happen, and they swiftly take the capital as the green team just automatically surrenders over to them, and a new government is put into place. It's still a dictatorship, as the dictator was not killed, and they just put him back into power, but they say if you ever try to expand in rapid succession again, or go to war with your neighbors in the next 40 years, we will come to that castle, revolt, kill you, and set up a permanent new government. And the leader's like, alright, okay. I'm fine. I won't expand anymore. Which the pink team, not being a part of the green team, will expand. We're not gonna do the Himalayas, because I know the Himalayas are right there from the Indian subcontinent. Nope. But yeah, we're just gonna ignore that. How about this? Wherever the Himalayas are, as I completely forget sometimes, we'll just say that they just claim it and settle a few people there. These guys will also expand a little bit and push a little bit more towards the gold team's main areas, as they want to make more of a trade area. Oh yeah, that reminds me. New layer. This is going to be the trade routes layer. And, yeah. It is exactly what you think. It's trade routes. So, we see that there is a trade route that starts in this area, goes through here. I'm actually going to make this a little bit smaller. It starts in the green team's capital, goes up through the blue team's capital, goes through the blue team's capital all the way up to through a few of its major cities, and eventually going all the way up the coast into the green team, where it goes through one major city and then eventually two, and eventually ends up in the green team's capital, winding through a few more of its major cities, and going into the orange team where it meets up with their capital, goes through this area, through the Strait of Istanbul, through the purple team's capital, through the yellow team, but not through their capital, through a major city though, all the way down into the blue team, going into their capital, and extending down into the orange team's capital, going to their capital, extending into the orange team's capital. But there's also another trade route going over here into the blue team's capital, and they have started to build going to the purple team and going to the beige team, as the cyan team is building towards the green team and the red team. And they do successfully meet up with the green team's capital and eventually start building towards the orange team. But that is all the trade route has done. We see the yellow team trying to build it, but eventually they just stop, as it takes a lot of money. We see a trade route over here going into this capital, going down into the purple team, and up and around the purple team's area, going through this, into this team's capital, all the way down into the green team's capital, and going through the pink team's capital, through the kind of cloud team's capital, into the little like reddish pink team's capital, up to the red team, and we now see that one second, I accidentally messed it up. It's trying to go through the yellow team, but that is all that they have currently gotten. Korea over here is trying to help out, and they have built a trade route through this team, connecting up to their capital, but it's not on the main route, and through China's capital, well, right next to China's capital, but they don't get enough funding to do that. We also see the green team trying to extend the trade route down, but that's as far as they've gotten. And we see another trade route between these two trying to link up with the trade route. The trade routes, but it's really it hasn't gone very well. The orange team is trying to link up with a few trade routes of its own, links up with that one, links up with that one, and eventually the red team's capital is linked up with as well as that. This team linked up with, this team's capital is linked up with, and overall a huge economic boom happens for all the countries that are connected with their capitals and a bunch of major cities. We see a specific British Isle trade route going through each of these countries. Not including the island nations, but we do see that a lot of different variants of the trade route have occurred. We see the red team built a trade route and a huge bridge to connect them. These guys have also built a bridge and connected them, and these guys have built a bridge to there, but haven't yet connected it up. They've also built a bridge from this major city and met up with theirs, but that's as far as they've gotten. They're really close to it, but they haven't yet built the trade route fully. And that is our trade routes. So, as I said before, we have a lot of new civilizations about to pop up. Because of all this open land, we see a few Korean people go out and they start. Have I already used that color? I have already used that color. They start to rapidly expand with little to no people, but they quickly expand all the way up through all of this area, and they eventually go all the way to here. That is way too fast. 1 second, sorry. We're just gonna restart like that never happened. But yeah, we have a new civilization starting up. They advance to here, trying to make it so you don't have to go all the way down through Asia, like through this trade route. They're trying to go further like this to try to build another trade route. And they've officially gotten to be the largest country in the world. But as I said before, they've got almost no population. And as soon as they meet up with the Caspian Sea, they don't meet up with that, but they have around this much, and they're super close. And then, oh no, they collapse as different sections start to break away. This section is basically just a bunch of local governments start to break off. This breaks away. Ooh. This is a horrible border. Horrid. It's a little better, but still horrid. We see... Oh, my bad. We see that's just black. We see this team break away, form its own thing. We see this thing break away and form its own thing. And then we see, finally, a dark blue country down here break away and form its own thing. But we do still have this area. Oh no, Korea, what are you doing? Korea, magenta team, what are you doing? Blue team, oh, all right, yeah, no, the orange team is gone, but they do. I need to add capitals. They do get eventually to there, but it's probably gonna take a while. So blue team's capital right there, green team's capital right there, this team's capital right here. So right there. This team's capital right there, or actually right there. And then blue team right there, because I don't have a good place for it. Alright. So yeah, that failed horribly. But people don't learn their lesson. We see... I don't have any lore, so you guys make up your own lore on how this country forms. But yeah, this country forms. The light blue team starts to colonize up here a little bit, and they stop because they're beginning to get really unstable, and they don't want to be unstable because that leads to revolutions, not revulsions. But we do see, again, don't have any lore, so you guys make up your own. But we see another country? I've already used that, haven't I? Yep, already have. It's lighter, so I will use it, but see a Norwegian country sort of form. And then we see a final country form up here. Right here. Yep, that's good color. Sorry, I just hated how this border looked. Same with these guys down here, but I don't really want to do that. How have these not been discovered yet? There we go. They've officially been discovered. How has this island not been discovered? Yay! They've been discovered. But we also, oh, why did I say we also? We next see a surprising event happen as, Japan also decides that since everyone else is breaking away, they probably should too. And this is so similar to the white, I can barely see it on my computer screen. Why does it look so good for your guys' screen, though? It looks completely different on my screen than it does on your screen. There we go. The Japanese islands. Sorry, this part of Japan will break away. And then this part of Japan will, nope, it's too similar to the other one. This part of Japan will also break away. Yep, we're good on that part, we're good on that part. We're good on that part. Just had to make sure I hadn't used the color already. But yeah, and Korea's a bit angry about this. They don't do anything, but they are angry, and they start beefing up their military. Quite a bit. But we see the first, not the first. We see a country that has been around for quite a while start to lock down its borders and not let people out. This country is the pink team. They are officially our first dictatorship. Not letting people leave, not letting people in, if you move there, you can't leave again. If you're coming to trade, you can trade, all that stuff. But if you come here to live here, it's going to be permanent. So yeah, that happens. I knew I felt it coming. Yeah, sorry about that. I knew I felt a sneeze coming, so I was just like... That's what it did. This navy does not exist anymore, so I have to change it. Why is this still red? I don't know. But yeah. That will do it for today's episode. Another long one for you. I know, but I'm having a hard time figuring out what I'm going to do. And just kind of figuring it out as I go. I need your guys' ideas. So stop leaving random stuff in the comments. If you're this far, thank you for watching. Maybe you should subscribe. Just thinking about it. Our goal is 100 by the end of Our goal will be 100 subscribers by the end of, by September 2025, by the end of the summer break. But yeah, I will see you all next time. Make sure to leave a comment again with ideas. I am all out. I know where I want the series to end, but I don't know how I'm going to get there. So yeah, I need your guys' help with that. Leave your support in the comments, and yeah, I will see you all in the next video. JJ Ricochet, out.